Hi guys, in today's video we will be going through the Key Stage 2 reading paper. Question 1. According to the text, Madagascar is well known for its range of weird and wonderful wildlife. This suggests, so we look in the text, so let's read it. Madagascar is an island country in the Indian Ocean off the coast of East Africa. It is well known for its range of weird and wonderful wildlife. So, here it says weird and wonderful wildlife, which is similar to this phrase here. So our answer to this question is the third box. Second question, read the paragraph beginning, they are not hedgehogs. Find and copy one word that means the same as met. By the way, guys, read the text first, then answer the questions. I'm not gonna read the text first because I've already done this test as a mock SATs test. So I'm just going to go through the answers and how you can find the answers. Anyway, so let's read this paragraph. They are not hedgehogs, birds, or bumblebees, even if they look like a confused hodgepodge of these animals. You have encountered a family of lowland creek tenrecs. They are one of many species of tenrecs living in Madagascar. So, our answer to this question is encountered because you have encountered a family means you have met a family. So our answer to this question is encountered. By the way, for a reading test, you do not need to spell all of the words correctly, as long as the person who's marking the test can understand what you mean. Question 3. How can you tell streak tenrecs are social animals? So, both highland and lowland streak tenrecs are very social animals and are the only kinds of tenrec that live in family groups. So, in the same sentence, it says that they are very social animals and they live in family groups. So, our answer to this question is they live in family groups. Question 4. Why are beetle larvae suitable food for streak tenrecs? So let's go into what do tenrecs eat. Tenrecs forage in the rainforest for soft-bodied invertebrates such as worms and beetle larvae. They sometimes stamp on the ground with their forearms to create vibrations which may increase earthworm activity. They have very fragile jawbones and can only eat soft food. If they try to eat anything harder, it could damage or even break their jaws. So it says here that they eat worms and beetle larvae which are soft, and streak tenrecs can only eat soft food because if they try to eat anything harder, it could damage or even break their jaws. So our answer to this question is because they have sensitive jaws. Because they have fragile jaws. And beetle larvae are soft. Question 5. Draw 3 lines to match each paragraph to its main content. So let's look at the paragraph beginning. Imagine threading through. So the first paragraph here, it talks about it. So you can see here it says each of the animals has a crown of bright yellow spikes, and it describes their snouts, and it describes their size and color, so this is talking about their appearance. The paragraph beginning, both Highland and Lowland Greek tenrecs are. So here it talks about how they're very social, which talks about their behavior. So this matches to this. The paragraph beginning, tenrecs forage, talks about their diet, but let's just check just in case. Yeah, it talks about food and how and what they eat. So this one matches to this one. Question 6. Look at the sections. What do tenrecs eat and what is strangulation? A. Which part of their body do tenrecs use to encourage worms? B. Which part of their body do they use to make sounds? So let's look at what do tenrecs eat. Tenrecs forage in the rainforest for soft-bodied invertebrates such as worms and beetle larvae. They sometimes stamp on the ground with their forepaws to create vibrations which may increase earthworm activity. So they stamp on the ground with their forepaws to create vibrations which may increase earthworm activity. So the answer is their forepaws. B. Which part of their body do they use to make sounds? So let's look at what is strangulation. Unlike other types of tenrecs, a streaked tenrec has special spines on its back that it can rub together to produce high-pitched squeaks and chirps. Crickets and other insects commonly use strangulation to communicate. Humans cannot hear the noises made when streaked tenrecs strangulate because they are made at sound frequencies that are too high for human hearing. Scientists need a specialist microphone to pick up and record the sounds. So it says they use their special spines that can make high-pitched squeaks and chirps. So our answer to this question is their spines. Question 7. Look at page 5. When do streaked tenrecs communicate using strangulation? So page 5. So we just looked at what is strangulation. So it says here that, how do streaked tenrecs communicate? Sometimes streaked tenrec families get separated in the rainforest and need to communicate with each other. They make high-pitched sounds when they need to find each other. This process is called strangulation. So it says when families get separated in the rainforest. So our answer to this question is when they get separated in the rainforest. Question 8. The text uses other animals to help describe streaked tenrecs. Draw four lines to match each feature to the animal that it is compared with. So we need to draw 4 lines to achieve 1 mark. If you do not, you'll get 0. It has to be to the correct. So in the mock SAT test, I really struggled on this question, but still got the mark. By the way, if you're wondering what I got on this test when I did it, I got 42 out of 50, which is greater depth. I still need to work on my reading because I got greater depth by 3 marks. No, 1 mark. No, 2 marks. Okay, because greater depth was 40. Anyway, back to this question. So, it says here, so let's read the whole text. Imagine treading through the rainforest in Madagascar and noticing hurried movements in the plants below you. You creep forward to investigate. Suddenly, you see a group of animals unlike anything that you have seen before. 10 of them are sniffing along the ground with long pointy snouts that look almost like bird beaks. So its snout is compared to a bird. The creatures are quite small, maybe the size of a pet hamster. Their bodies are round and covered with spines like a hedgehog. So it is comparing its spines to a hedgehog. They are brightly coloured like a bumblebee with yellow streaks running down their backs and legs. On their heads, each of the animals has a crown of bright yellow spikes. They are not hedgehogs, birds, or bumblebees. Even if they look like a confused hodgepodge of these animals, you have encountered a family of lowland street tenrecs. They are one of many species of tenrecs living in Madagascar. So let's skip all the way here. What is strangulation? Unlike other types of tenrecs, a street tenrec has special spines on its back that it can rub together to produce high-pitched squeaks and chirps. Crickets and other insects commonly use strangulation to communicate. So it's comparing its sounds to a cricket. So that leaves markings with bumblebees. So these are our 4 lines. Question 9. Look at the section. What issues are street tenrecs facing? What series are street tenrecs facing? Give 2 problems. So you would have to give 2 problems for the award of 2 marks. If you give 1 correct problem, then you'll get 1 mark. If you do not give any correct points, then you'll get 0 marks. So let's look at this section. What issues are street tenrecs facing? Street tenrecs are unique to the rainforest in Madagascar and cannot be found anywhere else in the world. In recent years, much of this landscape has been destroyed. As a result of deforestation, where humans cut down the rainforest for wood, tenrecs are in decline. Street tenrecs play an important role in the habitat as they hunt smaller creatures and are prey for larger animals like birds and snakes. Without tenrecs, the whole food chain could be disrupted, causing serious problems for wildlife in Madagascar. So it's talking about deforestation, which is a problem. And it is also talking about their tenrecs are in decline. So it is talking about their declination. Question 10. Why are street tenrecs important to the rainforest? So it says here, without tenrecs, the whole food chain could be disrupted, causing serious problems for wildlife in Madagascar. So our answer to this question is their food chain could be disrupted. I mean, the food chain. And also, they prey for larger animals like birds, and they hunt smaller creatures, so that's why. I'm going to write, and they are prey for larger animals. Question 11. According to the text, why are streaked hen rats rarely kept in zoos? Give one reason. So, it says here, how are people helping streaked hen rats? Well, there have been efforts to help hen rats by keeping some in zoos. This is not necessarily the best solution due to their short lifespan and the need to keep them in groups or pairs. Zoos are working to build a population of these animals by breeding them in captivity so that people around the world can learn about the marvelous squeakiness and squeakiness of the streaked hen rats. So it says here that it's not the best solution to keep them in zoos due to their short lifespan. So our answer to this question is because of their short lifespan. Question 12. How are zoos trying to help streaked hen rats? It says here that zoos are working to build a population of these animals by breeding them in captivity. So our answer to this question is that zoos are breeding them. In captivity. Question 13. Look at the whole text. Using information from the text, tick one box in each row to show whether each statement is true or false. True, false. There are many different types of hen rat. So it says here that it says some Highland streaked hen rats have white stripes running down their sides, and there are lowland streaked hen rats, which are another type of hen rat. So, true. Highland hen rats have white streaks. True. It says that they have. Hen rats communicate by stamping their forepaws on the ground. False. Because it says here that on question 6, they use their forepaws to encourage worms. They use their spines to make sound and communicate. Hen rats live for a long time. False, because it says here that streaked hen rats are rarely kept in zoos because of their short lifespan. Lowland streaked hen rats like to live alone. False, because it says here that they are very social animals and they live in family groups. So that's it for today's video.